With everything that's happened in Season 2 of Elsbeth, Kaya's promotion to detective has unexpectedly become the one thing that could affect the show most for seasons to come. It's hardly a little-known fact that Elsbeth's cast of characters account for a great deal of the goodwill that the series has received. It's consistently fascinating to see how this particular The Good Wife spin-off will continue to grow and mature as its characters develop increasingly stronger bonds. However, Kaya seems to be putting that notion in jeopardy after recent developments. The show is due to change in a big way once Elsbeth Season 3 rolls along. Things have already been a lot different since Kaya's promotion to detective, but Season 2, Episode 19 introduces an even newer promotion that promises to change Kaya's role for the rest of the series. And this comes at a terrible time for Elsbeth, who is only just learning that Judge Crawford's death didn't remotely put her out of harm's way. Kaya's twist promotion in Elsbeth Season 2, Episode 19 explained. Her job is about to become much more difficult. Kaya's initial promotion to detective already brought several changes to Elsbeth's structure. With Blonky often pursuing her own investigations, Elsbeth has now had to explore her professional relationships with new partners such as Ethan Slater's Officer Chandler. Wagner and Connor both recognized that Kaya's promotion would mark a major shift in her relationship with Elsbeth, and there have indeed been many episodes since in which the two have barely shared any time on screen with one another. But things take a much bigger turn in Season 2, Episode 19. Captain Crushaw already presented the notion of Kaya transferring precincts earlier in Elsbeth Season 2, but Kaya didn't feel good about leaving Wagner right after he promoted her. In the end, however, Wagner convinces Kaya that joining Crushaw's newest task force is the best move for her career. Kaya agrees to accept the promotion and join the task force, despite lamenting that she'll be breaking the news to Elsbeth right as Tashoni's struggling with dark feelings toward the legal system following her failure to bring Crawford to justice. Kaya's detective promotion is good for Elsbeth and the officers. More characters can now feature in the series. Carrie Preston as Elsbeth Tashoni and Wendell Pierce as Captain Wagner in Elsbeth. Earlier in Season 2, it became clear that Elsbeth has struggled with maintaining true independence. She had worlds of trouble accepting reality when Kaya moved out after their brief time living together, and she broke down at the sheer thought of her son Teddy not falling in love with New York. Now that Cara Patterson is leaving Elsbeth as a series regular, Kaya's reduced role as an occasional guest star will give Elsbeth more chances to work with others. She previously investigated with Wagner in Season 2, Episode 18, and it brought a welcomely fresh tone to the series. Tashoni isn't the only character who benefits from Kaya's absence. Officer Chandler, Officer Reynolds, and Detective Rivers are all new characters from Season 2 who have the chance to make further appearances after Kaya leaves. Also worthy of consideration is the fact that Kaya becoming a detective led to fewer appearances by other detective characters such as Buzz and Samantha, which left something of a hole given how much charm every detective brought to their respective episodes. With Kaya largely out of the picture, their return will be all the more welcome. How Elsbeth can still make the most of Kaya's reduced role in Season 3. Crushaw and Wagner have already teamed up before. Elsbeth Kaya taking both of a smiling Elsbeth's hands in hers while facing her. With all of the changes to Elsbeth's procedural format that have occurred in Season 2, such as the inclusion of at least one episode in which the killer is unknown and an episode in which Elsbeth's suspect dies before she can prove his guilt, Kaya's new role on Crushaw's task force has the potential to change the series format even more. Wagner and Crushaw have already proven they have a solid working relationship, with Wagner taking on the problematic Detective Rivers in exchange for Crushaw reopening the Mertens case. That sets up a brilliant potential future for the show. Not too much has been established about Kaya's task force as of yet, but it's known that she's receiving what appears to be federal training and will occasionally have to take on undercover assignments. If Wagner and Crushaw continue working together, there's a chance this task force could eventually team up with Elsbeth as well. Although she can sometimes be deceptive, there's never been an episode of Elsbeth in which Tashoni goes deep undercover. Thanks to Kaya's promotion, that's now an extremely promising possibility.